Yo, what's up guys? It's Cherry here, coming at you guys with a new draft league. Hello? Oh my god, I'm sorry if you can hear me chew. I'm literally munching on some Girl Scout cookies. Definitely invest. They're very, very good. And I'm not a sweets person. But anyway, I was invited by somebody that I look up to greatly. Shout out to D-Ray, Grandmaster D-Ray. He was in my thumbnail for my WPF week 4. Which I'll put a little bell thingamabout thingy. But yes, shout out to D-Ray, shout out to Just Kirk, both amazing people. I was invited to a sort of invite only league, and some of my friend or a friend of mine was invited as well, but didn't get in, and I just got put in. So I'm very thankful, and I'm playing with so many people that I look up to, like Galbina, OG Galbina, Olivia Sama, Leo, the 6 foot hacks, the Grandmaster D-Ray, the mid Pokemaster, the John Jr. Who else is playing? I'm forgetting. So the Kirk the Buzzwole, who literally played APA back in the day. Like literally, dude, this league is stacked. This league is stacked with so many amazing people, and competition is just there. And to make it like even better, it's Gen 7. And I'm very confident that this league won't die because of all the amazing people that are here. You know, I would hope it doesn't die, because I've been meaning to play Gen 7. And the last Gen 7 league I played in, it died, and that made me sad. So, I'm hoping it doesn't die. But, nonetheless, moving on into our positivity and the actual point of this video, let's go over our draft analysis. So, I got 16th out of 16 for the draft pick. And honestly, looking now, it wasn't that bad, because last is pretty good because you get the pick twice and it's still considered like round 1. So round 1 goes by and you're like, oh, okay, so that's how round 1 went. I can like go on the trend, or I can start a new one. That's how I usually explain it to people. But I did get 16th, and it was kind of fitting too. Like it was like all of these amazing people, and then I'm just there. Like it's all these good people, then Cherry. So yeah, it was fitting. But moving on into our round 1 pick. Now this mega, I did pick a mega round 1 because I was like, yo, and out of all the Gen 7 draft leagues that I've played in, and I've played in a lot, Megakang was not allowed in any of them. And in this league, Megakang is allowed. The only thing is you can't use Seismic Toss, and honestly I wasn't planning on using Seismic Toss anyway. So we have Megakang, hello, base 100 speed, which is good. Base 125 attack, it's good. Parental Bond, +2 attack with Power Up Punch, Fake Out, Double Edge, Return, because Return is a Gen 7. It's coverage, Earthquake. Like, dude, bulky. It gets Wish. Dude, I'm running Wish Protect Kangaskhan 1 week. It's bulky. Dude, this thing is nuts, and I'm very glad I got to pick it up, because Lord knows somebody else would have got it. But yep, very glad that I picked up Megakang. VGC definitely influenced quite a bit of my picks. So yeah, sorry. But yeah, I love Megakang from VGC, from using it. So very excited for what it will do for me. And you know, makes a statement like, hey, I'm there, notice me, right? So nonetheless, moving on into our round 2 pick, I wanted something that can help Mega Kangaskhan's weakness fighting types, preferably a Fizz, not really a Fizz Death switch in, just a switch in general to them. So I picked up in the same turn, because it was wheel, I picked up Tapu Feeney. I was like, yo, I got my hands on Tapu Feeney, that's fire. But Feeney helps with fighting types. It starts our Fairy Dragon Steel Core, gives us a Fairy, also gives us a Water, gives us our first Hazard Remover with Defog. Its Speed Tier's pretty good. Its bulk is really good. The only problem with Feeney is it doesn't really get recovery outside of leftovers, but it's very good regardless. And it stops status, so no burn with Kangaskhan, which is always a good thing. Or, you know, all the other statuses that there are, but always a good thing. And I'm very excited because I've used Feeney before. I've loved using Feeney. And yeah, I think it's amazing. And I'm very glad that I got to get it round 2, even though it was kind of round 1 still. It just didn't go. Like, it would have went in round 2 if I didn't get it. So, very glad that I got Feeney. Moving on into our third pick, I wanted to start my Fairy Dragon Steel Core a little bit early. And I was also, like, because I was last, I picked last of round 3. And Ferrothorn was still there. I was like, oh no, I can't pass this up. Ferrothorn is still there, round 3? Excuse me? Also, fun fact, Toxapex was, like, throughout the Toxapex was never picked. That made me really sad. Like, truly sad. Because I think Toxapex is really good. But I got Ferrothorn. It gives us our Steel type. Also gives us a Grass type. So I can make a Fairy Dragon Steel and a Fire Water Grass Core if I so wish. Which, spoilers, I do. And it gives us our first hazard setter with Stealth Rock and Spikes. Gives us Thunder Wave and Leech Seed and Gyro Ball and a bulky switch in. Amazing. The only thing that really hinders Ferrothorn is like hidden power. Like, well, in Gen 8 it was better, but you know, still. But now we're back in Gen 7. Hidden powers are there, so hidden power fire, you know, that's a thing. But Feeney can help cover Ferrothorn's weaknesses, and Ferrothorn helps Feeney as well. So I'm very, very excited to use it. So, moving on, I said so like 3 times. I'm so sorry. I'm very excited. Like, no idea. You guys have no idea. I'm in a league with so many. Moving on to round 4. Now, I saw an amazing, like, mind you, this is pretty much round 3, but I picked 2. So Gliscor was still there. I was like, oh, Gliscor Ferrothorn, yes please. Gliscor is great. It gives us our second hazard remover and our second hazard setter in the form of Stealth Rock and Defog. Gives us a base 95 speed as well as pretty good bulk, and it gives us our first pivot option in U-turn. Ferrothorn and Gliscor are great together because of hidden power. You either run hidden power ice or hidden power fire. If you run hidden power ice, Ferro eats. If you run hidden power fire, Gliscor it doesn't quote unquote eat, but it takes it very well. So, and you can't run double hidden power on a mod like that. That's not how it works. So you have to pick. And for other reasons as well, I love Gliscor Ferrothorn. I think that's good. It also adds a little bit of synergy as well with Feeney. So, and helps with Kangaskhan and Pharaoh fighting. So I was very excited to get Gliscor and Ferrothorn both in the same round. So that made me very excited and made me very happy. So moving on into our round 5 pick, I wanted a fire because all of the fires in tier 3 were going. Rotom Heat, I swear, Rotom Heat, Darmanitan, and another fire that I was looking, Arcanine, and I think another fire in that tier was gone in the same route. I was like, no, I need to pick up my fire because if I don't, I'm screwed. So the only fire that I was really interested in that was left was Incineroar. Incineroar completes my Fire, Water, Grass Core. Also gives me a Dark type. It is another fighting weakness, but I think it's pretty much handled with Feeney and Gliscor so far. It gives us Intimidate, gives us another Fake Out Mon. Gotta love my Fake Out. Gives us a slow pivot in the form of, well, U-turn, but slow pivot. Gives us Knockoff, gives me Intimidate. I don't know if I said that already, but it's very, very good. I've used Incineroar before, and let me tell you, it's good. It's good. Not only is it good in VGC, it's good in singles. And I will be showing you guys how good it is in singles this season. Hopefully, if my skill is good enough. But that is Incineroar. Now, here, for round 6, I was like, I need speed. My speed is slow. Very, very slow. My highest so far is 100. That's not good. So, round 6, I picked up Jolteon. Jolteon gave me a base 130 speed, as well as gave me hidden power as well, which made Jolteon a lot better in this gen. Gen 8, it doesn't have hidden power, its coverage is terrible. Even still here, its coverage is bad, but at least it has hidden power, and it can cover for it, right? So, very excited to have gotten Jolteon. Also fast pivot in the form of Volt Switch, so our third pivot option. I love my pivot bulk. Bulky offense with pivot is one of my favorite things to run. So was very excited that I was able to grab Jolteon. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I picked up Incineroar and Jolteon in the same round, which was really good, and they were both tier 3, so that helped, you know, a lot. So moving on into our round 7 pick, it was none other than Hitmontop. I have been loving Hitmontop. WPF Hitmontop? Like, yo, I don't know. Shout out to Mario B for getting me on Hitmontop, because Lucas got me on Toxapex, Mario got me on Hitmontop, VGC got me on Megakang. Like, yo, this is crazy. I love Hitmontop. I love it. Gives me a more intimidate, you know, help with fighting types, because, you know, fighting types are the majority of fighting types are physical. So even though Incineroar is weak to fighting, I still have another intimidate mon as well, and it'll play a key role in matches to come. Very excited to have gotten it. Gives us rapid spin as well. Gives us our, I believe, 3rd way of removing hazards, which is good. I love me some hazard removal, so very glad. It gives us a fighting as well, so very happy. Hopefully I can complete the fire, no, not the fire, the fighting dark and psychic core. Moving on into round 8, we have none other than Shubble. Now Shubble, I've been milking Shubble. Shuggle's just free rocks and webs. I mean, it's pretty predictable. Like, Shubble doesn't really do anything. Like, if you have magic coat, then that's a problem, but it gives us our web setter that this team really needs, and it completes that for us. It's also very bulky. It can stall things with toxic infestation. Like, I've used that. I'll probably put the video where I've used something like that. It was a Gen 8 match. If he still has it on YouTube, I don't know, but I'll put it like the little eye thingamabobber post editing, and put it there for you all to watch. But Shubble, very excited to have gotten it. I was surprised it didn't go sooner, but at the end I was like, yeah, I see why it lasted this long. So that was our round 8 pick. Moving on into our round 9 pick, we have none other than Dusclops. So here's the deal, right? I wanted Hoopa Unbound. And I also wanted Haunter. Haunter got taken from me in the same round. I wanted Mischievous, but Olivia said, hey, I want Mischievous. Do you plan on taking it? I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. I'll find something else. All good. Because God bless Olivia. You can take it. All good. So Dusclops was the best thing I found. Dusclops is very, very bulky. However, it kind of does the same thing. And on top of that, mostly what it does, its statuses. Oh no, Feeney just goes against it. So at the end, I did make some changes to this team. But Dusclops, looking back, I don't know why I picked up Dusclops. That was just a waste of a tier 5 pick, in my opinion. But moving on into our round 10 pick, it's bulky. That's what I'll give it. It's bulky. With Eviolite, like it's never mind. Moving on into our round 10 pick, we have Oricorio. I was so excited to pick up Oricorio. I was like, oh my god, I have 4 forms to play with. Oricorio is underrated. I love it so much, and I'm glad I got to use it. I used it in a multi-battle league with my friend Joshua. Shout out to Josh back in Gen 7. Very, very good. Revelation Dance is amazing. Because of its 4 forms, it can cover whether I need a Psychic or a Ghost or anything like that. Like, that was my plan. Once Hoopa Unbound got sniped, I'm like, I can just go Oricorio. And I can, most of the time, go Psychic Oricorio and get my little core going. But nonetheless, right now, we have 4 ways of removing hazards, which is really good. And yeah, so Oricorio also gave us a little bit more speed, but so far speed is still struggling a lot. And yeah, so that's pretty much our round 10. Round 11, I wanted Latios. And the guy that there was no one else was gonna get it. The guy that was there, I'm like, he has Victini. He's gonna pick up Salamence. He's not gonna pick up Latios. Why would he pick up Latios? That's double Psychic. That doesn't make any sense. Picks up Latios. I'm like, man, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I should have picked it up before Dusclops. Like, seriously. But because it got sniped from me, unfortunately, I settled for Salamence. Shout out to OG Galbina. OG Galbina's logo is based off of Salamence. Shout out to him. He's a cool dude. definitely check them out in the links in the description of all the coaches. Check them out. Please do. I beg. Please do. But Salamence is very, very good. Salamence DD threat, very scary. Base 100 speed. You know, it can run special too. It run defog as well. And it's just in VGC, Mega Salamence was a big threat, but it's not Mega Salamence. But you know, it's Salamence is really good. And from like leagues I've been watching, like Salamence is very good, and I was very excited to pick it up. But once the draft ended, I realized my team was very bad. I hated it. Well, looking at it now, I still kind of hate it. So Kirk was so nice and said, hey, if you want to make trades now and make them effective week 1, I'll give you a house trade. So I'll give you an additional trade. I thought that meant grace period. And then when I did the transactions and I was left with 1 transaction left, I was like, oh, so this is what YouTube leagues are like. Like legit. Like I was like, oh, okay, I've entered a different territory. I just can't read. But here is the new team that we will be rocking. Yes. So, Galvantula, I was debating in the draft Jolteon or Galvantula. Galvantula lasted till the end of the draft. So I was like, no, I'm picking this up now. I need a better web setter. I don't want Shubble. Shubble can go. So I dropped Jolteon for Shubble. I dropped Jolteon for Galvantula. Then I dropped Dusclops for Moraine because I kind of didn't really see anything else, you know. So I was like, Moraine can be niche in some places. It's also pretty bulky. And I kind of wanted a Toxapex form, and I couldn't get Pex, so I got Moraine because I really wanted Moraine or a Toxapex. So I got it. Then I unfortunately, I'm so sorry, OG Galbida, I'm so sorry. I dropped Salamence to pick up Haxorus because I wanted more offensive power. And I do lose a few speed tiers, but Galvantula is webs and pretty reliable at that. I dropped Shubble for Lycanroc midday, which I think is really, really good. I've never used it personally, but from what I've seen, it's pretty good. Not pretty good, very good. So I'm very excited to use it. And instead, I dropped Oricorio, and I got Hoopa, the regular Hoopa, which I really wanted Hoopa Unbound. But regular Hoopa is not as bad. Well, it's worse, but it's not that bad. Like base, if I'm not mistaken, base 150 special attack, and then base 130 special defense. Hello? This thing is special wall that could come in. It reminds me of Regice and WPF. Like, dude, like it takes, Regice took 13% from a crit Giga Drain. Like, that's crazy. So, very excited to use Hoopa. And those are all the changes I made to the team. I'm very, 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 very excited to be participating in this league. I'm so thankful that I was given the opportunity of, I guess, I don't want to say of a lifetime because that's dramatic, but I'm so thankful that I got the opportunity to participate with all of these amazing people that I look up to, and now all of them will know who I am. Like, isn't that cool? The fact that, like, the people that you look up to know who you are now. Like, and not just like, oh, you're a viewer, or like, oh, you're a supporter. No. They know who I am. That's crazy. So, very excited to be participating in this. Very excited to have been given the opportunity. And I want to thank Just Kirk and Grandmaster D-Ray for allowing me to do something like this. It's crazy. So, I hope that this season will go good for us. The goal is to win champs, but I don't know. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. With all these amazing people comes competition, so it's gonna be rough. To make a more realistic goal, I'm hoping I make playoffs. Like, that's more realistic in my opinion. If I win champs, I win champs. I can say, hey, like, I won champs with all these people in it, but at least I can say, hey, I made it to playoffs. Like, you know. So, I'm very excited, very thankful for the opportunity, and I want to thank everyone for noticing me, I guess, and also for Grandmaster D-Ray for giving me the opportunity again. I'm so sorry, I'm just so excited and so thankful, because I know a friend of mine got applied to and he didn't get in, so I'm very thankful that I was chosen. I don't want to say I was chosen over him, but that's kind of what it was, so very thankful for this, and I hope this season goes well. So if you are excited about this season, like I am, like I'm very excited to be uploading this, please hit the like button, comment down below if you're excited about Gen 7. I'm very excited to go back to Gen 7. I think even with land timer and all this timer shenanigans, it's nothing like going back to another gen and, you know, doing some draft league. And I'm very confident that this league will go very, very well. And yeah, so thank you all for watching, thank you all for listening to this. It was kind of out of hand because it, you know, my excitement is obvious, right? So yet again, thank you all for watching. Please be safe, wash your hands, enjoy your family around you, that's all I ask. And yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace. Oh my god, I'm in a league with, oh my god, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Holy cow, this is just crazy, dude. I can't believe I was given the opportunity to do something like this. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Oh, am I still recording?